The greatest sin is causing offense. We can't say anything that might hurt anyone's feelings ever. To say something which is going to get you as many haters than lovers is a more difficult path. It's just not the kind of cotton candy for the soul validation that everyone's looking for. The slightly prickly but very, very honest approach to all the toxic things is much needed. Please hit that subscribe button and watch until the end to understand how social media culture impacts mental health. Welcome back to the Pod Digest. In this video, we summarize the podcast episode from the Modern Wisdom podcast titled How Bad is Social Media for Your Mental Health with Seerut Chawla. Seerut Chawla is a licensed psychotherapist and founder of The Trenches, an organization focusing on mental health and social media dynamics. Seerut criticizes the practice of coddling, linking it with a broader, sticky web of dysfunction that includes social media, therapy culture, and pop psychology. Coddling, or overprotecting children, is seen as detrimental to their emotional and psychological development, stunting their ability to overcome obstacles, mitigate emotions, and develop resilience. This extension of childhood into adulthood results in adults who lack the capacity to navigate life's challenges effectively. The negative consequences of an overprotective society, especially on college campuses, where safety culture manifests through demands for trigger warnings and safe spaces, and the labeling of differing opinions as personal attacks. This culture not only impacts mental health by fostering a lack of resilience, but also stifles academic freedom and discourse. An overprotective society leads to adults who are treated like incapable infants, unable to cope with differing opinions. Safety culture is an adult form of coddling. It creates environments where people demand safe spaces from any form of discomfort, significantly impeding the ability to handle life's inherent challenges. At present, we see a more binary and reductive nature of victimhood in social media debates, criticizing both the glorification of victim status and the complete dismissal of genuine suffering. There's a difference between being victimized and adopting a victim identity. True victims often do not wish to be seen as such due to the re-traumatization it can cause. This misuse of victimhood can also provide a convenient framework for those struggling with mental health issues to gain social currency without addressing underlying problems. The conversation then explores how societal norms around what is considered unacceptable behavior have shifted, often lowering the threshold to include minor or innocuous actions. This shift is seen as part of a broader trend towards hypersensitivity, exaggerating minor incidents into significant societal issues, contributing to a culture that increasingly misinterprets normal interactions as offensive or harmful. The modern obsession with personal emotions, fueled by therapy culture and social media, often leads to an excessive focus on self and an inability to deal with negative emotions in a healthy way. This self-obsession detracts from genuine self-awareness and resilience, promoting a narrative that all personal discomfort is pathological and needs to be medicated or therapized away. Therapy culture is discussed in terms of its influence on everyday interactions and societal norms. The widespread adoption of therapeutic language and concepts into everyday life is seen as contributing to a culture of fragility and avoidance of discomfort. While therapy itself is valuable, its misapplication in non-clinical settings is criticized for encouraging an overly sensitive and coddled approach to life's challenges. This shift promotes a fragile worldview, where individuals avoid genuine confrontation with personal and collective issues, favoring a therapeutic approach to all aspects of life. While awareness of mental health is important, the dilution of serious psychological concepts for everyday use undermines both the understanding of and the support for real mental health issues. Pop psychology and social media have blurred the lines between everyday challenges and psychiatric conditions, detracting from the focus on real mental health advocacy. Seerut advises focusing on resilience, accepting and navigating through emotions without fear, and utilizing personal experiences and self-awareness to manage difficult times. Emphasizing the importance of confronting rather than avoiding negative emotions, she suggests that genuine engagement with one's feelings and experiences can foster resilience and emotional maturity. Western culture's emphasis on individualism and personal achievement fosters a self-obsessed society. This focus on the self, amplified by social media, encourages a narcissistic approach to life, where personal branding and self-promotion outweigh communal values and collective well-being. Moreover, they bring up the point that self-worth in contemporary society is often tied to external validation and achievement. This misunderstanding leads to a fragile sense of self, dependent on constant affirmation rather than self-acceptance and genuine self-esteem. True self-worth, as implied, comes from an understanding of one's intrinsic value, resilience, and the ability to navigate life's challenges without relying on constant external affirmation. These can be simple things, like keeping the promises you make to yourself, being able to build up trust that if I said I was going to do a thing, creating a competency in something that makes you feel proud of yourself. Lastly, Sierut talks about Sam Harris and commends him for his integrity and willingness to engage with difficult topics without pandering to tribalistic divides. He is someone who does not pander to popular opinions, but instead maintains integrity by expressing his true thoughts, irrespective of public consensus. This stance is presented as admirable, especially in a culture that often prioritizes conformity over honest discourse. The themes interwoven through the discussion invite reflection on how societal changes influence personal identity, social interactions, and the collective psyche, urging a shift towards more grounded, resilient, and intellectually honest perspectives. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Your support means a lot to us.